So this is week 3 in 8 weeks of taking control of your body. In the beautiful Melbourne city today, we've got Matthew Tuton, who's come down from Brisbane specifically for this video. He's the owner of PLC Gyms in Brisbane. Phenomenal dude, personal trainer for his lifetime, and he is tight. So he's going to help demonstrate these exercises so you feel a little bit like a mortal as well. What we're going to focus on is 3 things. Your adductors, we're going to work on the inside of the hips, the outside of the hips, your glutes, and of course your rectus femoris, aka hip flexors. Now this is especially important if you sit for long periods of time. We're going to free your lower back up directly. Stay with us. We have Matthew Tuton here. He is going to open up the body and free tissues up before we're getting into these next stretches. We're going to demonstrate first of all the glutes roll. Using a slightly softer roller as opposed to last time, he's going to bring the right foot over top of the left knee, left leg is bent and slowly going back and forth to soften the tissues. You want to make sure all of your weight is on the right hand side or what you're focusing on. And then if you want to increase this, you can bring your left hand over top of the right knee, breathing. You're going to break it down 2 minutes on each glute. Okay, so the second one is going to be your rectus femoris. It goes from the top of your hip all the way down halfway through the quad. Here is where we're going to focus our attention. So Maddie's going to put all of the weight on one quad, starting at the top of the hip, rolling halfway down, both legs up off the ground, elbows in front, breathing, and trying to loosen as much tissue as you can. You've got to try and relax as you do this. If it's too much, keep one foot on the ground, but breathe. 2 minutes aside. Okay, so the next one is the spoon. We're going to get into the inside of the quad here, into the adductor, into those tight tissues in the hips. Maddie's having some fun with the roller. He's nicknamed Tila, his wife's name. All right, let's have a little look here. Just going to breathe. We're going to relax. You're going to soften the tissue up as much as you can. Easy peasy, 2 minutes aside. So the first stretch we're going to get into, we're going to open up your glutes. Now how we laminate something is we need pressure and heat. If you're sitting for long periods of time throughout the day, you're going to squish those tissues. They're going to become fibrous and nasty and sticky. This is how we're going to unglue them. So Matty here is going to open up his glutes by getting into a parallel position with his front leg, as we can see. Just grabbing that foot, bringing it up nice and high, and then you're driving your left leg, which is straight behind you on your left hip, towards your left heel. Ideally, keeping your spine straight the entire time, and when you're ready to sink into it further, dropping both elbows towards the ground, breathing, relaxing for 2 minutes. Alrighty, so the next stretch that we're going to get into is your adductors. I call this one the prison stretch. You might see why. So Maddie's going to get into this one. Laying down beside the wall, you'll approach it on the side, bringing the legs up nice and high, get them as far as you can, and then breathe and relax. Now this one can be trialing, but it is fantastic for your body. You're going to sit here for 2 minutes, and every time you exhale, you're going to try and get your feet closer to the floor. Maddie's going to bring his hands on the inside of his knees. He's going to take a deep breath in. As you relax, push down, further, breathe. Now ideally your feet would touch the floor, close to it, and your lower back would be nice and flat. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, breathe. 2 minutes. So the last one here is for your rectus femoris. It's going to open up the front of your quad right from the top of the hip all the way down towards the knee. This one is going to be cathartic. It's also going to be tough for a lot of you with sedentary work. Maddie's going to demonstrate here how we're going to get into it. Bringing the feet nice and flush in the wall. Bring one leg up as high as you can and just making sure that the knee ideally is flush against the wall. Then where your left hand is, you're going to bring your left foot all the way forward, nice and relaxed like. You're going to bring both hands upon your left knee. Good. Now as you exhale, ideally your shoulders are going to touch the wall. You're going to breathe. You're going to be very brave. You're not going to have any tears, and you're going to sit there for 2 minutes. So that particular episode and that rectus femoris stretch with the shoulders going against the wall, that is the #1 stretch that most of you need, especially if you live a sedentary life where you're sitting or you're standing in a dysfunctional position. By spending just a couple of minutes a day getting into those positions, each one, you're going to transform your life and you're going to feel better doing it as well. We'll see you next week. Cheers.